we are back, LRL TV's Race 2 of Legends Racing League, Legends Series Season 3, and Lee Weatherford has taken the lead here, and I believe he is a new racer, and this is going to be his first laps out front. And behind him, we have Chad Adams, who, if he could chase him down to win, then that would be another first-time winner.
And
But
Malachi
behind
Drake.
him, we have Malachi Drake, a long-time, multiple-time champion, veteran of the league, who has battled from the back after being involved in a wreck caused by the 7 car, which was his teammate. Interestingly, he really just got loose on the apron, just like the first wreck, and around everyone went. And now he's back up to third, and he has chased them down from most likely at least a second back, and he is now on the back bumper of the second place car as they come up on a lap
Oh,
car, and the
caution!
caution is out,
And that's
and
Aiden
that
Saunders into the
is
grass
for
there.
Aiden Saunders
As let's
on the
go.
front stretch. Let's see.
Looks like he got a little help from somebody. Wait.
Yeah, that's the 022 car of Thomas Nordington.
Just drifted up a little bit and hooked
Yeah,
Aiden there.
Aiden didn't give him much room off the corner. He probably could have gone up a little bit, but 022 floated up and around he went.
On my screen, the 022 was blinking a little bit before the corner, but still definitely 022 just kind of drifted up into him. Aiden had a lot of room out there, but
That's a tough call.
as Aiden's slow on pit road, did he run out of fuel or something? That's why is he slow on pit road? As Brock is he might be out of fuel. He might have accidentally didn't fill up his fuel tanker before the qualifying. He might like lowered his fuel for qualifying. That's interesting. As he hits the pit road very slowly and he doesn't make it. Oh, as he goes. Oh no, looks like his engine blew up. My bad. I didn't think he hit the wall that hard, but it looks like Malachi Drake decides to stay out and Lee Weatherford surrenders the lead by pitting there, and Chad Adams also pits there and jumps Lee as Thomas Davis is in fourth.
And Malachi Drake will take over the lead with Jalen Battle following last week's winner. I don't even know. Yeah, we'll just do a radio thing. I'll just commentate, I guess.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR legend is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Opie winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Alfala is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free iRacing Series.
All right. Hi, our leader. After battling back from the end of the field, caught up to the lead couple leaders, and now stayed out and is in the lead. Malachi, how's your setup? Is it tight?
It's good.
Or-
It just needs a few laps to come in.
Right, so we pulled you in at a bad time. We're gonna let you go. I was rushing. All right. Well, Malachi Drake still in the lead with the 013 car trying to look to his outside, but not going to be enough momentum there. And he's going to fall in just about a car length behind. As we have some battling in the background with Lee Weatherford, and the 022 is just involved in that previous accident with Aiden Saunders lined up right behind him. But right now the cars are single filed out and with space of about 2 car lengths per car. And no side by side action right now, but we have the 022 car now diving to the inside of the 98, excuse me. And then now door to door at the start finish line, coming to lap 40 as the 98 overdrives the corner just a little bit, and that is going to allow the 022 to pull ahead just a bit. And now the 022 clips the apron, but he held it straight and now is clear of that 98. And now the leader has pulled away by about five car lengths there, with the 013 getting some pressure from behind with the 28 of Jake Brooks. Right on the back bumper of the 013. He's going to look to the inside on the front stretch, and we'll see into one if he's going to send it in, or right now looking to be just not clear of him. But he will have the run into 3 as the 51 gets loose. He slides and hits the pit road wall. And now he's going to have to go through under green, as that will not be a caution. He got down to pit road. Not trying to, obviously, but he spun down, and that's going to be his night, sliding to a rough end. And he's most likely going to be out of contention for now, as more heat on the 28, as he has gotten passed back by the 013, but he's still right on the back bumper of him. And Malachi Drake now has stretched it to a lead of about, I'd say, 13 car lengths at least. But the 28 still right on his bumper. Now looking to the outside, trying to get a little bit of an arc in. Maybe get a run out of the corner to get side by side, but still not enough. Now about a car length separating the 2 cars into 1. The 28 car got loose there, floated up the track, and that's going to give the 013 of Jalen Battle about another car length of breathing room, but still not much, as the 013 is seeming to not improve his lap times too much here, but he's putting down some decent laps, and the 28 is only really able to follow as he seems to get tied off the corner there right up to the wall. But we have more close action, as the 98 and 022 are now also separated by only about 2 car lengths, and the 8 follows. So right now your top 10 is Malachi Drake, Jalen Battle, Jake Brooks, Thomas Nortington, Lee Weatherford, Brock Packard in 6th, Thomas Davis in 7th, Aiden Saunders in 8th, and Eric Keplinger 2 laps down in 9th. Eric Keplinger, Chad Adams followed after that spin on the pit road, and obviously Alex Corzin being an early DNF after that early wreck. Battle for 2nd, still separated by about a car length. The 28 car is closed a bit, but there he clipped the apron, and that's going to stretch it once again. As now the 98 has closed up right to the back bumper of the 020, or 022, excuse me. He will have to run off the corner and may be able to get to the inside of him. Yes, he will into 3. He's door to door with him, and it seems like the 022 is going to let him by right here. The 22 has a bit of a run. He's not sure where to take it. He's going to fall in line, and he has succeeded that position. Succeeded to that. Okay. Now, just about 26 laps to go here. And Malachi Drake still quite a bit ahead of the second place car. About 2.2 seconds from our scoring is what it seems to be, with the 28 car still trying to find his way to the back bumper of Jalen Battle. But he's just not able to get the space he needs on exit. But he's driving in pretty good into the corner on entry, and he's making up time, but then losing it on exit. As there, he got just a better all-around corner than Jalen through one. But through three, looking high, trying to get an arc. Got on the gas pretty early, and Jalen floated up, so he'll have a run. And we have a caution, as that seems to be for the number 7, I believe. Oh man, no, that was for the 8. The 7 was involved though. He just kind of drove into the back of the 8, and around he went. Shame for the 8 because he was sitting a lap down at the time. And I'm sure Aiden's not going to be happy about that because he has had somewhat of a rough night so far, and that that's not exactly called for from the 7. Sitting 23 laps down, 22 to the 8 there, but I don't know what to say about that one. That was a little rough, but we'll have a caution here, and it's lap 29, or excuse me, it's lap 53. Just looking at Alex there, and he was obviously multiple laps down. But we have some takers on pit road. That'll be the 98 and the 022, those two who are battling. But we have the 9 car Malachi Drake and the other front runners who are battling, staying out on the track. All right. All right, we'll pull in Brock Packard running 4th place right now. All right. Hello, Brock. How's your night been going so far?
We've been a little tight in 1 and 2, but other than that, we've been pretty solid as I'm getting a push from the 8 here. Just having a blast battling back here. Really thank the guys at LRL for putting this thing on. It's been fun. Hopefully, we can get up there and get a good finish for Shadow Racing. And I'm hoping that we can get going here and have a long green flag run.
Yep. Hopefully we can get another good run in, and maybe possibly go to the end here, green, and hopefully we can get a good restart here, and you may be able to do something on this restart. And what are you thinking about doing here?
This bottom lane is just dominant right now, so I'm gonna try to get to the bottom as quick as I can, because if you get up on top, you're gonna just get hung out to dry. So that's gonna be the main thing. Get under everybody here and maybe see if somebody makes a mistake in front of us and get my nose under it.
Yep. Good luck on this start here, and hopefully you and your team can get a good result.
Yeah, 10-4, thank you.
pace car lights out, and we only have 1.5 straightaway, or 1.5 lap. Oh, as we get a delayed caution here. Not sure why exactly. Oh, right. We got some lightning in the area, but we're gonna need to take the cars down pit road. But jokes aside, I'm not. I think it was maybe for the 8 hanging back. I'm not really sure on that one. Uh, okay, I see. The 54 hadn't caught up to the pace line, and I guess that's why it was delayed. I'm not very sure on that one. Well, we'll take the 1 to green again, and we'll have 1 lap, and hopefully we can, actually go green this time. As I was on the replay, and it'll be coming to the line this time. It'll be 26 to go. No, sorry, 16 to go. And looks like Jalen Battle blinked once for right there, and lineup is close to where it used to be, and save for the 24 car of Brock Packard. The 28 still battling for second place with Jalen there. And as Malachi said earlier, he has some long run speed, but car takes a while to fire off for him in there. And that brings up the possibility that maybe these guys behind him have a better short run car and not so great of a long run car. And possibly if they're able to pass him, then they might be able to hold him off and stay in front of him for the win. As if there's no cautions, there's not too long to go, and this could come down to being the last green flag run of the race. And right now, the 28 car looking for a bit of an arc to get right back up to the bumper of Jalen. He probably believes that he's faster than him, and if he's been right on his bumper for so long, he's either very equal or slightly faster and just getting held up. But right now we have a bit of a blanket, 5 cars right next to each other now. 2 cars going too wide as Brock Packard had it back out there. And now the 7 is getting attacked by the 51 car, but he most likely will let him go as it's multiple laps down. And there was a little bit of contact there actually, but 51 is well and clear, as does the 00 get clear of the 7. And now Brock Packard is under fire by the 51. A little bit of a shove down there in the backstretch, but Brock's going to let him by, and those 2 lap cars, well, all of the lap cars actually have gone by the 24, so yeah, he possibly had an issue, maybe stayed out on old tires, and it's not doing him any favors here. And right there off the corner, he pushed really bad, got into the wall there, so his car not handling too well. Definitely on the tight side as we're side by side for second. But that's going to clear itself right back up to where it was before. Jalen Battle coming back to second as the 28 car blinks out just for a second. He's going to clip the apron, but was able to drive through it. Now, the 00 and 51 car now are on the same lap, and they're about to battle for position as Keplinger right on the back bumper of the 51. He's going in for a bit of an arc, but he was not able to get to the bottom there, but neither was the 51, so they pretty much came out of that corner pretty equal. And these 2 lap cars are actually just as fast as these lead lap cars, as they're now catching up to the 98, who at one point was leading. So definitely unfortunate that they went a lap down because I'm sure they could put in some battle for the lead, but right now that's not the case, as 28 has fallen back quite a ways from the 013's bumper, and right now the 013's just trying to catch up to Malachi, as Malachi hasn't pulled away quite as much as he did in the first or in the last green flag run, but he still has a pretty healthy lead there. And now the 51's going to go around the 98 there. So Keplinger just trying to get up to him and see if he can get around, as the 98 giving a little bit of a bump draft to the 51 there. And Keplinger sees the 98 clip the apron, and he had to check up there. Couldn't get to either side of his car. He was looking, but he had no run. So, but the 51 now also catching up to the 022, which is gonna further give the 00 a hard time at catching up, as ooh, that was near contact with the 00 98, as the 022 and they're 3 wide spinning. And yeah, that's going to be the 51 car around once again. And ooh, looks like he hit the wall. I'm not sure if that car seems to be crab walking just a little bit, but not too bad. Might have to pit for that one, but we'll look at the replay for that and see what happened. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, 51 went around the 020, and the 020 kind of came down and tagged him. And that sent him around. Well, that was definitely the 022's fault. Came down quite a bit, but it's gonna be an EOL. For the 022, as he did come down quite a bit, but Adams was 2 laps down at the time, so. Is this stream ended? Oh, oof. There are. It's going to be a green white checkered here, as they're on lap 74. So this could turn out to be interesting with the 2 lap cars of Aiden Saunders and Eric Keplinger getting wave rounds. So we will now have 9 cars on the lead lap, as Chad Adams goes 3 laps down and starting to double up here, but we'll be coming to 1 to green this time. Currently, the cars are sitting on the backstretch, with the top 5 being Malachi Drake, Jalen Battle, the 28 of Jake Brooks, Thomas Northington in the 022 car, and the 98 of Lee Weatherford. Rest of the lineup will be Brock Packard in the 24 in 7th place, followed by Aiden Saunders in 8th, and Eric Keplinger in that 00 car running it out of the lead lap in 9th. Oh, there's contact. The 28 car has gone around, and that's going to be a yellow right away. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's see. Pace car went off, and yeah, the 98 just pushed him there. That's gonna be lead at the back right there. Those a pit. He wave as he got the lucky dog as well as wave around. So he'll be pitting, and right now we are most likely 2 to green as we're doubled up right now. So the lineup for this starts looking like it's going to be 9 of Malachi Drake, 013 of Jalen Battle, 28 of Jake Brooks, Thomas Nortington in 4th on the outside, and Brock Packard here in 5th. Base lights are out, and we will be going green. Coming off of turn 4, pace car now off of the track. Malachi Drake, the control car, he's going, and we are green as the field rounds out back to where pretty much was before, and Jalen Battle looking on the back bumper of the 9. Gives him a little bit of a shove off the corner. They're dead even as Malachi Drake is blocking up and down the track and into the corner. Still on the bumper. The 28 gets right onto the Jalen's bumpers. There was a bit of a stack up there, and 22's looking to the inside and into the corner just at his rear tire. And the battle for the lead still going on as Jalen is trying to look for his second win in a row. Fighting all the way to the bottom of the track as Malachi got a huge shove, and Jalen's going to look to the outside. Now door to door as Jalen had contact and now around. The 8 car on his lid across the track, and oh no. Race is over, and I was not really looking at the lap count. I was focusing on the battle. So that photo finished right there with Jalen Battle going on to the kind of hopping over the wheels of the 9 car, but just short at the finish line. Malachi Drake taking his first win of the season with Jalen Battle just under 200ths of a second behind. The rest of the field will be Jake Brooks in 3rd in the 28 car. The 022 of Thomas Nortington in 4th. Eric Keplinger getting a top 5. And Brock Packard rounding out the top 6 in his 24 machine.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break right before the interviews. We will be right back.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
are here with our USA race winner, Malachi Drake, getting his first win for HMS of the season. And Malachi, how about you talk us through that battle there with the 013 car of Jalen Battle? Hello, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Hello? Malachi, you got a copy? I don't think he can hear me.
Can't hear either.
Hello, hello.
Nope.
Hello.
I can,
Tell him to check if he has me muted.
I can hear him. I can hear him now.
Okay, all right. So, Malachi, you got your first win of the season, and that's your first win of the season for HMS. And talk us through that battle right there with with Jalen there at the end.
Yeah, whenever we had the green light checkered, I actually thought it was like, well, this is not going to end well, because usually when that happens, it's just like an absolute mess. But it ended up not being for the most part, and I was able to hold on to the lead. And then there at the end, I a bit on the very last lap in 1 and 2, so Jalen was able to get right back to my bumper, and then he gave me a push out of a turn about the middle of turn 3, and it got me sideways, and I corrected it on the apron, and then squeeze him to the wall, then keep him behind me. But yeah, it worked out well. I was afraid it wasn't, but it did.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win, and have anyone to thank at all, or any sponsors?
I'd like to thank Heater Motorsports for the setup and good start to the season so far with a second place and now a first place, and hopefully we can turn that into a championship.
Yep. Hopefully, you and your teammate who had a bit of a rough night can climb up the team's championship points ladder, and hopefully you can rebound next week. So thank you for the interview, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Yes. Like they were on top of each other when they finished.
Jalen got a copy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. So you had a pretty interesting finish there. You ran on top of Malachi Drake at the finish, but talk about those last few laps with Malachi.
Well, I knew I wasn't gonna have a shot until we got another caution, and then we got another caution, and then we got another caution. So I kept trying to figure out if I could beat him on this restart, and I knew I wasn't gonna get around him unless I was gonna have to move him out the way. So I tried everything I could there at the end, and almost got it. Came up, I think, about 2 tenths short. So it was a good race.
Yep. So got second, which is pretty good result as you got first last week. So really good first opening couple races. So next week we go to Concord. How do you feel like you can carry that momentum over to Concord?
Not really sure. We've been having a good car for the past 2 weeks, so good start. We seem to always start off well. Just carrying that momentum into the other races is just what we have to work on. So hopefully we can build on this and go for another win and not fall off like we did last season.
Yep. So thank you for the interview and good luck next week.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That was Jalen Battle, and I don't think our third place driver is in the voice chat.
So that'll round it out for the interviews.
Most likely, unless you want to get one other guy here.
We could bring in our 5th place finisher, as the 022 currently isn't in the Discord. So let's bring in the 00 car. All right, Eric Keplinger in the 00. Do you have a copy?
I have a copy.
All right. Well, so you had pretty decent speed in practice, but
Yeah.
didn't seem to be able to translate that into the race there. What happened?
Well, after I got wrecked, I just let everybody by because I wasn't on the lead lap, so I didn't race them. I let them by so they could race it up between themselves. I was just waiting for a caution, and luckily, it kind of played to my favor towards the end. I got that top 5, which is really good, and then yeah, but like I felt we had a good car. I felt we could have been like in the top 3 area if I wouldn't have got caught up in that wreck, but it is what it is. Still happy with a top 5, because of everything that happened today.
Right. Any comments on how the racing was out there, or?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just lucky to skip the other wrecks that happened all around me. I just really lucky to get a top 5. I know I pitted, and that gave me fresh tires, and that really helped me on that final restart.
All right. Well, any sponsors to thank or anything like that?
I'd like to thank LRL and you guys for hosting the broadcast. And, basically, congrats to Malachi. He deserved it since I think he dominated this race, I'm pretty sure. I think he led most of the laps. I wasn't up front to see it, so.
He had a pretty big gap there. But thanks for the interview. That will be Eric Keplinger. Had a rough race there. Wasn't able to run near the front, but got some waves near the end of the race, and he was able to rebound to top 5, -1 position on his qualifying start. So good job on the rebound, and good luck next week, man.
Thank you. Thanks for the interview.
So that was Eric Keplinger, which I believe he finished 5th place, if I'm not mistaken there. So let's finish our result page. I'll Hida, you can go down the top 6.
So with obviously our winner being Malachi Drake in the 9, then 2nd place being Jalen Battle in 013 by a difference of only 0.02 of a second. Jake Brooks in the 28 car was finally able to battle around, no, he was not able to battle around the 013 who he'd been fighting all race long, and he'll round out with a podium, but that is the far end of the podium in 3rd place. Following would be Thomas Nordington in the 022, and Eric Keplinger, who we just interviewed, in the 5th position.
And Sean Packard in 6th, and Thomas Davis 7th. Lee Weatherford in 8th, Aiden Saunders in 9th, Chad Adams in 10th, and rounding out the field in last place after getting caught up in, I believe, the 2nd caution, Alex Corzin.
Yep, Alex had a really, really rough night there, and as did Chad. Alex got involved in an early accident and had to reset in tow, and that was pretty much his night over because he went multiple laps down and kind of just didn't have much pace, and it was too much of a gap to be waved around. And then Chad there, he spun under green, and unluckily he got onto pit road there, so he had to pit for his fast repair under green. So rough night for the two of them, and hopefully they can rebound a little bit better next week.
Yep, so tonight was a pretty fun race, a very close finish. Also, that was definitely cool to see. But any other thoughts that you have for tonight's race?
Well, it was we had some really good green runs, and we had some odd moments with not exactly a wreck fest, but at points it was seeming like it would be one. But they got it green, and there was some nice battles on track, and I'd say it was a pretty decent race.
So after just doing the points, I have the points right here. For me, it is a tie between Jalen Battle and Malachi Drake for that top spot. So these two drivers definitely 1-2 the last 2 weeks. So it should be a fun battle to watch for tonight, for the rest of the season, as Jake Brooks in third and the points. So fun race. Hopefully you get another one next week and we don't have too many technical difficulties. But yeah.
Yep. Hopefully we can get you actual broadcast next week instead of a makeshift radio.
Yep. So thank you guys for watching tonight's RO race at USA, and see you guys next week at Concord.